Hello and welcome back to Matt's Modded Let's Play. This is episode 7. As you can see, I've just started on pretty much a brand new Minecraft day. Now, first biggest change you can see is the walls are now smooth stone as opposed to cobblestone. Windows are now panes, and we have a second quarry. I've done a little bit of work in between last episode and this episode, and one of the first changes you can see is I've made 3 more Kleinstars, or the Kleinstar 1. Now let's take this over to our crafting bench here, and we'll place, of course shift click don't work, we'll place these in a square as such, and we get the Kleinstars 2. Now I've been a while since I've done German, so I know my pronunciation not exactly that great. Now, the great thing about this is it will keep all the EMC I had in there before. So we've now got 132,000 EMC in there, which is a combination of having pretty much 2.5 full Kleinstars. You can also see here that I've got shit tons of rubber, a little bit more of that. Lots of wheat and bread. I've done a little bit of exploring in the nether. Got a ghast here. See, I've got loads of this clay here. One of the items I'm going to be making later. And I've added an extra electric furnace, 2 extra electric furnaces, and 2 extra macerators. And I've been slowly macerating all these stuff. And as you can see, because it was working as I was left, seems to be a bug where it doesn't seem to want to work. So now, as you can see, it's draining this bat box quite badly, having just these 3 macerators going, and when you add the electric furnaces in as well, you're asking for trouble. Now then, to this end, in this magic box here, I have got some items that are going to help us with our energy production. And as we like to sleep during the day, if you like to sleep during the night to make it day all the time, it's perfect for the item I'm thinking of making. You can see here I've got all the recipes laid out perfectly, and I can hear a zombie for some reason. Bloody zombies. Okay, now the first one we're going to make is this particular recipe here. I'm going to keep these in the recipe order because I always get these ones mixed around when I'm doing it. Right, we shall put these tools here, so it means I can place all of these items here, because these are all going to help when it comes to pretty much everything we're going to be making today. As you can see, perfect 3x9 grid there, and then we go into our crafting bench. Now the first one is to do with personal energy uses. Now, as you know, the diamond drill doesn't have an energy, doesn't have a damage. I can't remember the word now off the top of my head. Durability. It uses energy. Now, the energy runs out very, very quickly because it can only hold 1 battery's worth, because we only use 1 battery to make the drill. However, if you combine 6 batteries, and they don't have to be charged. I've sat here and charged them intentionally to make the backpack. And thank you, sun, my greatest ally. And it's now starting to rain. Great. Okay. I think now would be a good time to head indoors to make the other 2 items. Because I'm going to be standing outside when it comes to mobs coming here, there, and everyone blowing up my crap. Okay, the backpack, when you wear it on your back in the chest plate section, now it does take off a piece of armour, and you do lose that armour bar at the bottom there, as you can see. When you have it on, it goes almost all the way to the top, and when you put the backpack on, you lose a massive chunk, but it means your diamond drill and any other items that then require battery power charge off the battery pack first, and then charge from the diamond drill. So you can last, I think it's 6 to 7 times longer per recharge. Okay, so the next item we're going to need to create is what's known as a low voltage transformer. Now in Industrial Craft there are 3 different types of electricity: 32, 128 and 512, and I think there's also 2048, which is only produced with the likes of nuclear power, which we'll get onto in a very later episode. But in order to step up from one to the other, because most machines can only take low voltage, which is 32 EU per tick, and if something produces, say, 128, you need an item to get it down to the right voltage, which is where the low voltage transformer comes in, and it also can step up in the other direction if you apply a redstone current to it. It's going to be very useful for an item we're going to be making in a few minutes. Now, right when it's raining really isn't the best time to actually be demonstrating this particular next item. However, what's the greatest energy abundant source? It doesn't produce the greatest amount of energy, but what's the cleanest and easiest form of energy to do? It would be the sun. So as such, we need some sort of solar power generators. Now, if you combine a standard generator with 2 electronic circuits and glass in a triangle fashion, and then if you macerate coal dust in a macerator and put it in a pattern as such, we get a solar panel. Now each one of these produces 1 EU per tick. When it's sunshine, it doesn't produce anything, obviously, when it's night or dark like it is now in the storm. However, if you make 8 solar panels, you produce 8 EUs a tick. However, one of the little mod, and this is basic stuff from Industrial Craft 2. However, if you combine 8 solar panels like that with a low voltage transformer, you get what's known as a low voltage solar array. So instead of me having to place all of these 8 out and then combining them all up with wiring and losing EU over wiring due to the fact that energy isn't constant through wires, which we'll get onto slightly later, you produce it all into one single block, and you've got the performance of 8 solar arrays in the one block, which means we now have an ability to make a lot more energy. So let us head out here, and I know it's not going to do absolutely anything when it's raining. If we place it directly there, when it becomes sunny again, hopefully it won't be too long, it will be producing energy not only from the little generator, which I could take and use somewhere else, and it will take energy from here to fill up this. Now the next job, I think, after this, once we've got everything else we need, would be to upgrade from the bat box to the MFU. However, to do that, we're going to need a damn sight more diamonds than we have, which is why we need to let our quarries run for quite a bit longer. Let's have a look over here and see how our quarries are getting on. I managed to condense down most of the 2 chests that I had, the 3 chests I had, into 2 chests. Take most of the valuable stuff out of it. You can see there's still a few valuable bits I need to pump over. As you can see here, filling up these chests nicely. Now, in order to speed up the process, I have added a 4th steam engine to the bottom. So we're now currently producing as much energy as the steam engines can currently produce. So let's just have a look down here. And as you can see, there is a slight amount of lava there, which means I'm going to need to quickly run back, grab a bucket, and head down, because if that lava starts spilling out, the quarry head will not start mining it, or what's below it, and that way we can miss valuable diamonds, and as lava spills out it will exponentially become more. And as you can see, it's starting to get dark. However, They're nicely armoured. Nice supply of food, so I'm sure anything that comes our way we can take care of. And then hopefully in the morning this rain will be gone, and I can show you just how much energy it produces through the low voltage solar array. I do believe it's 8 EUs per tick, or it could actually be 10, I'm not 100% sure. Be careful here, the last thing I want to be doing is basically bugging this up. Okay. That's there. Okay, so we place the water there. And that should hopefully cover up everything we need. And I think leaving a bucket there would be a good idea. Okay. It's now night. Now let us get back to bed. And hopefully, as you can see, we are starting to get monsters spawning, so we should be heading upstairs, jumping into bed. Hopefully in the morning the nice rainstorm will be gone. And of course it is. Brilliant stuff. Okay. Let's just quickly clear up this. We'll put this away here. Put the zombie flesh away and put that away. Okay. Now, I have spied a couple of small creepers. Trying to oh, Mr. Creeper was trying to hunt me by hiding in a hole. Not good for the AI there. Okay. Any other creepers around before I carry on? Okay, no. So, as you can see here, you have this little yellow symbol here, which indicates that the solar array is getting energy. Now, this isn't a good example because I've just finished macerating up everything, so let us add more into there, let's add more into there, let's add more into there. As you can see, I've been macerating as much as I can of all my stuff off camera, and as you can see, quite a lot of stuff. And I've also got 2 diamonds which I managed to find at the bottom of that last quarry, which is useful. Now, as you can see, I've got these 64 bricks. Now, a major part of one of the mods is I'm going to need a lot more than that. Okay, time to kick off. Where are we? Come on, I don't need that. What I need is this. Okay, now put the gold away. Put the gold dust there. Okay, so we need what's known as a. Actually, no, I'm not going to say what it is quite yet until I finish building it. Anyone who's used Railcraft before will know what this is, and I think we'll put it into the ground. I know anyone in the series would know I have a bloody I have a sickle, so I could have just cleaned that out easy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it here. Now anyone who's used Railcraft before should know what this is. For anyone who hasn't, basically for Railcraft, it adds a shit ton more rails into the game and allows you to basically do a lot more stuff with bits of rails, high-speed rails, elevator rails, the like. However, in order to do this, stupid zombie, interrupted me doing this. Okay, in order to do this, the newer rails, even the basic vanilla rails, have had a bit of a tweak and they need slightly different ingredients. And in order to do that, we need an item called creosote oil. Now, the way to get creosote oil also gives us a slightly stronger and better fuel source than regular coal. And hopefully once this is done, I should be able to show you using this slight amount of coal I've got here. Alright, so we'll add these bits here. Now, I'm hoping this should be enough. Now, unlike normal crafting recipes where you need to put them in a crafting bench, this is one of the ones where, well, as you can see, you don't. And you basically build a 3x3 square, but you leave this middle block free. And once you've done, you should, and it's completely built, you should get, this block should change slightly to indicate that you've successfully made the coke oven. And the coke oven gives us coal coke, which is used for the advanced coal machines, or the advanced machines and carts and everything else in the mod. But one of the side effects from turning coal into coal coke is this lovely ability to, or this lovely side effect called creosote oil. And now the creosote oil is used to make the ties that are used to make the tracks like you would in any real world railway track. Put these in here while we're waiting. That's a lot of copper. I've also made a lot of bronze because I'm hoping before the end of this episode we can just touch on one of the final little, one of the other big things that's going to help me with surviving. I need 2 more, so I need 8 more bits. Okay, while that's finishing up with 8 more of that, I'll go grab the first item for the next section of what I'm going to be wanting to do. For it, I'm going to need, I believe it's some sticks, and I'm going to need some wool. So we can use the wool from here. And then come out to the crafting table over here, so we have quite close to where we are. Now I believe the recipe is 6 sticks like that. Yes, I'm right. With a piece of wool at the top gets you a scoop. Now as you can see, careful, they sting. It's an achievement and it comes from forestry. And we should be getting onto that momentarily. As you can see, we have now gotten the rest of that. I'm not going to need any more clay for now. I'd rather get the rest of the gold quickly done and then I'll finish off making the clay. And then I shall be able to okay, as you can see, there and there. Have I done something wrong? Oh, I have. It has to be 4 high. So I am going to need the rest of that to be done. Very noobish mistake there, but hopefully it means that the gold should be done. Okay, and with that being done and the rest of that iron being done, I think while we're waiting for that, I'm going to quickly just grab another stack of clay from our building blocks chest, stick this on, because then there is one more particular item to be doing that's not the coke oven will be good. Now then, while we're waiting for that, we'll go and explore one of the forestry additions to the mod before sunset. Now if you use the scoop, which you saw me make a few minutes ago, and you are running around the environment, and then you come across one of these. These are a beehive, and they contain bees. Seems to make a lot of sense. Now if you batter them open with your scoop, you get a princess and a drone, and you sometimes get 2 drones, you sometimes get... Now if you combine these in an apiary, you can get honeycomb, loads of other good bits, and you can use a lot of the other bits for good medicinal and healthy stuff and loads of other bits. No shot glass over there. Okay, so we shall get some of this bronze, get some of this glass. If I remember the recipes correctly, I think you can do this. Yep, if you make 8 bronze in a circle like that, you get what's known as a sturdy machine. And then if I quickly do that, as you can see, I need tin gears. Okay. Well, that ruins that idea. Unless I've got 2 stone gears, some more of that. Don't have enough stone on me, but I do have quite a lot of tin, so I'll be able to make at least 1. Okay. Let's just quickly make just 2 more wooden gears, and then run inside. Just grab what's left of that stack of stone, and we'll make this as it's dark outside, and then we shall sleep through the night. In case anyone's wondering, I'm not scared at all of being outside at night. All the monsters, I just find it easier to not have to run into them, personally. Right, so what was it? It was sturdy machine, 4 tin gears, glass, yep. You make an apiary. Now once you place the bees in here and you fulfill certain criteria and other small bits, then you get a queen. This one will probably be a purebred meadows queen, and then you start producing other items from it. Now in order to do other items, you need to get the other items. However, we shall leave the other items and just start collecting the extra little bits while we are waiting for the day. Okay, so let us go place the apiary outside. Not look at all if there's anything that could go boom right bloody next to me as normal. Alright, so we'll place that. Place the sticks back, place some cobble back. Alright, now I'm not 100% sure if those purple flowers count, but I know it will need at least one of these, and just to be sure, at least one of these as well. Okay, now I'm not going to have this is not going to be a permanent bee environment, but for now, I think if I place them here, it'll be good. Okay, so you place it down. See, there's a nice big inventory here. The owner's me. Gives me off of what nether flowers are, just little hints, what environment it's in, because each bee has a different kind of environment it needs. Then it tells me that there are no queens in there. So you place the princess at the top and the drone at the bottom, and as you can see, this bar on the side is raising up, and once it gets to the top, we get what's known as a queen. And as you can see all these little particle effects flying around. These are all the little bees that are flying out. Now, if they can't find flowers, they'll start complaining and that they're not finding anything. If they do find the flowers, which I've just placed down, because meadows like meadow flowers, which are basic vanilla flowers. As you can see, it's not come up with any warning yet. It may do soon. As you here we go. Yep, it's working. As you can see, it will start producing more flowers as it pollinates them. So it does produce basically a small supply of flowers. As you see, the queen is slowly dying. Hopefully she should produce some nice bits for us. As you can see, this is now generated now completely out, and it's keeping this stored with energy when it's being used in 2 electric furnaces, or 1 electric furnace now, which is, I believe, bloody brilliant. I'm not 100% sure why that wasn't working. Must be... Alright, so we move that and move that. Place that there. Okay, so we jump up here like this. Produce that. Is that gonna do it? Guess not. Okay, so we place it there, and there. Okay. This is... So unless they've changed how a coke oven is meant to be, I thought you could... Oh! I know what I've done. Completely noobish mistake. You do need to use bricks, but you need to use a special type of bricks, which I don't have at the moment. So this is the right formation for it. However, me being the noobish noob I am, right, so to make this you need, let's have a look. Let's see the Railcraft items, because I can't remember what type of bricks they actually are off the top of my head. Nope, not detector. That's Steve's cart. Aha, coke oven brick. To make a coke oven brick, you need bricks and sand. And of course, I've turned all my bricks turned most of my clay into bricks. Brilliant. Okay. Brilliant noobish mistake 101. Okay, so we put that there. With a little bit of sand here. Okay. I think for now I'm going to leave that. I'll get the ingredients you need. As you've seen the recipe this episode, I'll make the last bit here. And as you can see, nothing's produced yet, but they are producing flowers, so hopefully sometime soon this should hopefully produce. And then obviously with different flowers or different bees you can make different products, and then you can start crossbreeding them and then start producing a lot more interesting and frankly sometimes very dangerous items. Right, while we're here, let us have a look just to see, was it 4 like that, or was it the other? Aha, here we go. Look, as you can see, the coke oven brick. Alright, so for now, I don't want to put those bricks in there. Self-opening door sometimes. I feel like a noob walking into them. Okay, so we take those bricks here. Now, if these don't condense down, let's get the Klein star out. Don't want to use this for everything. Aha, they do learn. Good, okay, and so did they. Okay, so we'll put all that in there, and we'll produce a good amount of brick. Ah, I haven't learnt sand yet. Okay, so I think if I just put that amount of brick in. I think if I produce that much sand, then put my Kleinstar in to soak up the rest. This episode's going to run a little bit long, but I do want to get this done, preferably before I wrap. Alright, so we'll put that there, that there. We need half of that stack to get 33. Yep, 33 is more than enough. So we'll just quickly plop our Kleinstar. We'll sort out that later. Right now, I believe it's only a 3x3. So we'll try the 3x3. I can just pick it up again afterwards. As you can see, when I've been doing all this digging, none of the energy from my diamond drill has, but you can see just a little bit there of the backpack. Well, let's see. Yes, here we go. I now have the coke oven. And as you can see, you click on it, and it's a nice little interface. Now, if you place the coal in it, it slowly starts up, and it will slowly cook the coal into coal coke. Does it all by itself, however, it does take a long time. I'll just do this just to make it nice and neat looking for now. As you can see, the block is on every side. And inside there, it's producing us some coal coke. I do believe that is a good wrapping up point. See, the sun is starting to set. Corey's going off in the background. And as you can see, just one final thing as we're wrapping up, the bee has produced a honeycomb. Now you can use them to make honey and I believe beeswax. And then you can use all them to make all kinds of good things. But more on that in a future episode. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Time.